Okay, so thank you everybody for hopping on Tuesday Night Team Call. It's always so good to see all of your faces here. So tonight we're going to be talking about confidence, which I think is something that we can all say we've struggled with at one point or another, or struggle with currently, even moment by moment. So we're going to dive into that. But before that, just take a quick moment. If someone wants to shout out something good from this week, you can feel free to unmute, and doesn't have to be Plexus related. Just you can tell me something good from this week.
Oh, sure.
Go ahead.
Well, it is Plexus related. I had a friend of mine sign up this week, and
Awesome.
she actually signed up for her son, who is a friend of my son, who also has Down syndrome, because Stephen has been doing so awesome with losing weight and the inflammation and bloat that he suffers with from rather. And when he went to track and field practice on Saturday, this past Saturday, several people mentioned, wow, Stephen looks awesome. What are you doing? So
That's so cool.
yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself, and it was just so nice. And I don't notice it as much because I see him every day, but apparently it's really noticeable. And if it can help her son, because he also suffers, I should say suffers, but also struggles with very similar symptoms and issues because of the Down syndrome. I'm so excited for him, and I really hope it helps him. So
that's
pray
exciting.
for Eli that it works for him.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing. That's so great. Anybody else you want to share from this week? A quick something good. I know it's Suzanne's birthday today. I don't know if it's on here, but happy birthday, Suzanne. Anybody else have anything before we dive in?
I'd like to share something.
Go for it.
I don't know if okay, great. So I just wanted to share, Audrey and I started the 21 what's it called, the 21 healthy habits, the Jen Leaf challenge. And we had 9 people who are in our accountability chat, and the engagement is awesome in there. So I'm pretty excited about this challenge. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Neat. That's awesome. Way to go, guys. And it's so fun to do that kind of stuff together. Like you can just mutually encourage each other. That's great. Awesome. Anybody else? I feel like there was one other person who was trying to unmute there.
I was just going to hop in and say, these are all going to laugh. I left Ziggy alone for the first time in the house, and I just was like, he's going to tear apart my couch or my table or something. And he's such an angel. It didn't even look like he was here.
Wow. Nice.
Yep. I know. I have like the best puppy in the world. And I know I feel like I was such not a dog person. I don't know what happened to me. Ziggy happened to me.
You can't tell me that, because then you guys, did you see it? My dog literally ate my glasses while I was doing a live video for someone. Like,
yeah, that was me. You were doing a live video for one of my events. You messaged me, or like, my dog ate my glasses.
Yeah, I have the dog from the pit of you know what.
Oh my gosh. No, he'll like a sock or two here and there, but that's it. Like he doesn't mess with anything else. He just likes our socks, which is fine. You can buy new socks.
That is a good thing. So that is a win. Awesome. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much for sharing. We're going to jump in. Okay. So we're talking about confidence tonight. And this is just something that keeps coming back to me. Of course, a lot of us are reading High Performance Habits, and I feel like this is kind of an underlying vibe, is like having confidence. So we've also been talking a lot about fixed versus growth mindset. And this is a major part of having a growth mindset. And I'm going to define that a little bit more for us. But when you look at the word confidence, like what does the word mean? And I do, like with the kids, we're learning Latin. So we're always like breaking words apart and like, what does each part mean? So con means with, and the fidens part, think fidelity, it means trust. So confidence means with trust. Okay. Now what, like trust in what? It's trusting that what you are saying, what you are doing is the right thing. It's almost like trusting yourself, right? When you come across confident, when you come across bold, you have complete faith in what you're saying, what you're doing, that it's good for the person, that it's the right thing to do. That's kind of where that word comes from. It's having faith, not fear. And you know that when we show up with a scarcity mindset or a fear mindset, everything goes wrong. When we show up confident, you know, with faith, with belief in what we're doing, you just show up completely differently. So I think one of the things when we think about confidence is we see people who have it, right? Like some people just exude confidence and we think like, oh, they were born with it, right? Would you guys say confidence is something you're born with or something you can create?
Create. I cannot talk. Create.
You can create. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. We know that, but don't you sometimes feel like, well, I'm just not a confident person, right? Like, I know I've thought that like, oh, I'm lacking in confidence. And that might be true, but it's actually something that we can create. And that's where growth mindset comes in. Fixed mindset says, whatever you have, you were born with, it's innate, you can't really make any changes. Growth mindset says, no, you have more or less gifts and talents, but there's always room to improve. There's always room to innovate. There's always room to change and grow. So this area of confidence, a lot of times we feel like, well, when I hit the rank, then I'll be more confident. Or when I have a big team, then I'll be more confident. But if we're waiting to feel confident until the result happens, it's not going to happen when you get there, right? It's something you have to build along the way. And I love, there's a Bob Heilig podcast around this topic. And he says that if you create success from fear, like from scarcity mindset, from fear, because you can, right? Like you can have a fearful mindset and have some success. Like we've seen people do it. You'll still have all that fear when you reach your goal. It's not like you're magically going to become a confident, growth-oriented person. So that comes back to like the love, serve, grow model, that when you're operating out of a place of love and service, you understand your inherent worth and you can be confident in what you're offering people because you know where your heart's at, right? You're not scamming people. You're not giving people something they don't want. It's coming out of love and service for others. So one thing that I have been doing is actually using the word confident when I'm messaging. And I think I shared this with Shannon. So like, for example, if you're reaching out to someone about the products or you're in a conversation about the products, I've actually been saying, I am confident I can help you reach your health goals. I am confident that you're going to feel better. And it's amazing what that does for people. Like when you are confident and you say it and you frame it that way, it really helps them feel confident in the products, in your ability to help them. So I've been using it about the products, just saying the word confident. And even by saying it, it's like I'm talking to myself, like increasing my own confidence. Also about the business opportunity, right? You can be confident about that as well. So telling someone, I'm confident that I can help you reach your business goals. I'm confident that I can help you go fast start silver. Whoa, like, are you confident? Like, do you feel like you can help someone do that? You absolutely can. We have amazing products. We have systems and tools in place to help people reach their goals, to help people go fast start silver, to help people, go emerald, whatever they want to do. So you can be confident in the business opportunity. And the third thing is you can be confident about this being an actual profession, right? Sometimes we shy away and we're like, well, it's like this side hustle that I do. If you're serious about your business, you can be totally confident and speak and even post on social media with confidence about your business, this being a profession, you being a professional, right? Like when you post and talk that way, it brings a whole new level of energy to your content and to your conversation. And one of the things that does is it attracts people to you, right? Like our business is attraction marketing. Whatever you put out there on social media and through your messaging is what you will attract back to you. So if you want to attract confident people who want to work the business, you can post and speak like a confident person who is comfortable with this profession, right? It's super, super important. In that podcast I was listening to, it says confidence isn't a byproduct of success. Success is a byproduct of confidence. So again, a lot of times we think, once I get there, once I reach my goal, I'm going to feel confident. It's actually the reverse. By being confident right now, wherever you're at, one person on your team, your silver, your senior silver, being confident in what you have to offer will actually enable you to reach those goals that you have. Okay. So one thing that Alita has been teaching some of us and working with us is getting down to like the thoughts and beliefs that drive our actions. So we've been working with this model, and I wanted to share it with you because we've talked about like red light stories versus green light stories. So, okay, I want to be more confident. How do I make that happen? Right? Like, okay, I can't just magically be like, I'm confident now. Like, how does it happen? So if you have a pen, jot these down or put them in the notes in your phone. It's an acronym. It's CTFAR. Okay, we're going to talk about like how to create a positive mindset around confidence. So C stands for circumstances. Yeah, thanks, Victoria, for putting that in the chat. C is circumstances, T is thoughts, F is feelings, A is actions, and R is results. Circumstances, thoughts, feelings, actions, results. So when we take a circumstance, and I'm just going to use an example here. Let's say you have been reaching out to someone about Plexus and they tell you no. Okay, they say, nope, I don't want to do it. So the circumstance is the person tells me no, they don't want to do it. What thoughts does that trigger? If anyone wants to unmute, tell me like, don't just say the right thing. What's your gut reaction when someone tells you no? What thoughts pop into your mind?
I'm going to do it anyway.
You're okay. So you would think I'm going to do it anyway.
I feel rejection.
Yeah.
Or like
Yep.
they feel like I'm trying to sell them something. And then I kind of back off because it gives me that, because they didn't say yes.
Okay. Yes. Super good, friend. So let's go with that. So the circumstances, someone told me no. The thought is, I feel rejected. I feel like they're saying no to me. Right. And so now I feel super weird about okay. So that's my thoughts. Then the next level is feelings. Okay. So how do I feel? I feel awkward about our relationship. I maybe feel unsure of my ability to do this. I feel nervous about reaching out to someone else because what if I get rejected again, right? Like you're taking the failure, so to speak, and like putting it on yourself. So that's feelings. Then what actions come out of those feelings? Well, the action is I'm not going to reach out to people because I don't like the way that felt when I got rejected. And so then the result is I don't grow, right? I don't reach my goals because I'm not taking the required action to reach my goals. So those circumstances, we can't really change, right? We can't change if someone tells us yes or no. We can't change if it's going to rain today or not. Circumstances are what they are. There's very little we can do about them. But the circumstances to the thought, that step, that we can change. Once the thoughts are there, they determine the feelings, the actions, the results. It's hard to interrupt that cycle, right? Once the thoughts are there, boom, 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 your results come directly from your mindset and your thoughts. But we can change our thoughts. So we can look at that same circumstance, and the circumstance is someone told me no, and decide what kind of thoughts we want to have about that. So like Nicole, what did you say?
I was misunderstanding what you said. I'm trying to do this 15-minute chat plus listen.
Okay, never mind.
Scratch what I said.
You do your chat. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, so let's just say someone tells you no, and you see that this is an opportunity for you to either have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. So you're aware of that. You're like, okay, what should I be thinking about this? Maybe your thought is changed to, it's not the right time for them, right? So it's not a reflection on me. This isn't the right time for them, but I can keep loving and serving them. Okay, so then what thoughts could come from that? Okay, my thoughts, or what feelings could come? My feelings are, I respect this person and our relationship. I'm going to keep loving on them, and I'm going to expand to other people because I know that what I have to offer is super valuable and there's someone else out there that is ready. Okay, so those are my feelings. My actions, I'm going to reach out to people because I'm confident in the opportunity and the products that we have. The results, I am going to reach my goals It might be faster, it might be slow, but I'm moving towards them because I'm continuing the consistent action, right? So that model, that like CTFAR is really, really powerful. And if you find yourself struggling with confidence or with just a circumstance, like I'm not gold, I wanted to be gold by now, I'm not gold. Just write at the top of your paper, I am not gold. Okay, that's your circumstance. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? And just let all the negativity flow out. I literally just did this the other day. Just let it all flow out. Sit back and look at that. Get another piece of paper, write the same circumstance. I am not gold, but change, like be intentional and change your thoughts about that. What are positive thoughts? What is the correct way to interpret that? And how does that change your feelings, your actions, your results? This is a sure way to boost your confidence because it goes to the thought level, which is really what's driving behavior and driving change. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. If you guys want to do some coaching around that, I think it's really valuable, and I'm not like perfect at it yet, but I am happy to help you work through like a circumstance that you're struggling with, changing your thoughts around it and figuring out like how you can get the thoughts, the feelings, the actions, the results you want with or without, changing the circumstance. So it's really cool. It's really helpful. So start developing those positive thoughts, or we've called them green light stories, and you'll start feeling more confident, and then you'll see your results change. Okay. But you have to have the confidence before the result. We always want to put the cart before the horse. We always say, I'm going to get the result, then I'm going to feel confident. The confidence has to come first. So I actually asked Nicole, and hopefully she's in a place, I know she's doing a party too, but Nicole, can you still share a little bit?
Yes. All right.
So let me just preface a little bit. So Nicole is a very confident leader, and she had an incredible month last month with her team. Tons of like people going silver, senior silver, new builders, like point increase. So awesome. And so I just asked her to share like how she is talking to her people with confidence, because they're doing shout out posts, they're showing up, they're doing all the things. So, okay, Nicole, take it away.
All right. Hi, ladies. Okay, so I feel like I had a mindset shift early on in the year. I was kind of like down, like, oh man, like what am I going to do? I don't have a business builder. All of those things. But if I don't have a business builder, I'm not going to stop sharing. So I might as well like continue to present the opportunity in a different way. Like, because the way I'm showing up is obviously not attracting someone to, want to share. So instead of just coming out and saying, hey, do you want to do the business? When I first started, Megan gave me a list of things on Facebook that Plexus helps with. And I mean, it goes from weight loss to lupus to joint pain, fibromyalgia, like all of these things. So as soon as people join now, I am taking that list and I'm sending it to them and saying, hey, here's a short list of things that Plexus can help with. If you know anyone who wants to change their health or is struggling with any of these issues or has any of the same issues that you are struggling with, I would love to help them. And by doing so, you would earn $300 in referral bonuses, whatever it is that month. And I'm finding when you say it in a way like, oh, you could possibly help someone who's struggling like you are, they're more open to do it. And even if they're not right away or they don't respond right away, I feel like the list of products that will help gets them thinking of people. And I've had several ladies who are like, no, I'm not interested in sharing. And here I have people calling me that I don't even know who they are. And they're like, so-and-so sent me to you because this is, this could help. So I really feel that list of options that Plexus can help with is a huge benefit. And I also too, like, I'm to the point where I feel I've tapped out of my warm market, which we all know we keep filtering in to try to build that up. But these people that I don't talk to on a daily basis, I'm not afraid of them not joining me or me being offended by what they have to say. If they want it, great. If not, then I don't want them to have it at the same time. I'm really trying to help. And if they don't see it that way, then it's their loss. So, and it took me a while to get here. It doesn't happen overnight. And there's still days that I, will text Brittany or Victoria and say, ladies, like, how can I fix my mindset? What do I need to do? And they have really helped. But I think once you find like a certain way to just get the point across, like that these products really work and the confidence behind that, like they've worked for me, they've worked for you, that they've worked for other people. So who cares if you get that one person who doesn't want to believe you or wants to put you down because they're not in the right headspace themselves. So that's just kind of how I've overcome it since, I would say, January. I've just started doing this and people are more receptive to it.
That's awesome. Nicole, that's so smart. Like, and yes, a lot of people ask, do we have that list? Can we send it? Yes. I can definitely send it. We just can't share it publicly on Facebook, right? Because you can't make claims like, oh, Plexus cures arthritis, so you can send it privately, like here's which products help different diseases. It can definitely be used like in one-on-one conversation. You just can't post it on social media. So yes, we can definitely send that. That's so smart because people may not realize, like they may have signed up because they have GI issues and they've never even thought about, oh, this helps with autoimmune and plantar fasciitis. Yeah, all the things. So that's really, really smart. And I think your posture, like whatever tool you decide to use, whether it's sharing this list or asking for shout out posts, like whatever the tool is, when you say it confidently, it just it gives the person confidence in the system, in the company, in you and everything. And yes, voice clips are huge because then the person can also hear your confidence. I remember Cheryl Moeller saying one time, like back to about being rejected, that if someone's like, I'm not sure, she would say to them like, okay, you're not ready for Plexus. And that's fine. Like she would almost tell them like, oh, you're not ready. And then people are like, what? I'm not ready. Like what? But it's true. If someone's not ready, it's not a personal offense to you. It's just, they're not ready. And you can kind of move on to the next person who is ready, right? Because we're here for the people who want it. So that's awesome, Nicole. And she has experienced huge growth on her team. So that is clearly working super well. And like she said, it all started with a mindset shift, which is what it's all about. It's crazy how our mindset really impacts the result. So thank you so much for sharing. The last little thing I want to leave you guys with, since we have 2 minutes, is
can I share something about the warm market too?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Just to let you know, your warm market is never going to be exhausted. Like people who you thought maybe weren't interested are going to come around. 3.5 years later, I had someone message me, hey, I've been watching you this whole time. I'm finally ready. I had invited her to an event like a year or 2 ago and she wasn't ready then, but finally ready now. So it will never be tapped out, I promise you. But it is very valuable to be adding new people all the time and to be getting to know people in your community and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Expand your market, get more people in your warm market, but at the same time, realize that there's going to be people that come back 100%. Okay. So last little thing, talking about fixed and growth mindset. I loved this and I'm probably going to post it on our team page. When you think about different things, so like abilities, failure, constructive feedback, just listen to the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth and see like how you would react. And it will really show you where you're at now with your mindset. Now, mindset can be changed, right? So if you're like, oh man, I'm in this fixed mindset, you're not a tree, you're not stuck. You can shift into growth mindset. So when you think about abilities, a fixed mindset says they're innate, they're unchangeable. A growth mindset says I'm going to improve through practice. Okay. Failure. How do you view failure? Fixed mindset, failure is permanent. Growth mindset, it's a chance to learn and pivot. Constructive feedback. When someone gives you constructive feedback, woo, it's hard, right? Do you take it as a personal attack? That's fixed, or a chance to improve? That's growth. Tasks. Do you pick easy tasks and you're going to give it minimal effort, or challenging tasks that you have to work hard to improve? Okay, fix and growth. Obstacles. When you hit an obstacle, do you give up, or do you see it as a chance to experiment and solve problems? Fixed and growth. And one more, when you think about your goals, a fixed mindset only looks at measurable accomplishments. A growth mindset looks at continual improvement. And we get hung up here because we want to hit the rank, right? We want to see the points. We want to have the number of signups, and those are measurable accomplishments, but that's a fixed mindset. And while we celebrate those things, we need to find our goal really focused on the continual improvement and who we are becoming along the way, not just the goal, the end point. So it's past 9, so I will let you guys go, but thank you so much for hopping on. Hope this was helpful, and definitely a topic we can circle back to. So thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful night.
Good night. Thanks.